Well, hello there, everybody, and welcome to our God Save the Tsar campaign. Of course, we are continuing to play as the Eastern Whites here, trying to defeat the Red Army. Now, a few interesting things have happened. As you can see here, the Reds are revolting against our ruler in Troyetsk. In several places, they fear that our units are isolated. Now, what we might actually have to do is go into the political or diplomatic affairs, home politics button. We will unite the white factions, number one. Unite everybody together. We're also going to jump into regional decisions, and we're going to take a look. I'm thinking area of Saratov. I am going to go ahead and do some repression. Looks like we can't actually do repression. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we're going to do repression, send political police to eradicate rebels, or we could also organize, localize, and political reforms to increase the loyalty. I think that's what I'm going to do. And in Penza, let me do that. In Tambov, we can't do anything there. Basically, anywhere we control, I'm going to do something. We could operate requisitions, send the police force. Yes, to force recruitment of conscripts. Absolutely. I'm going to do the same in Uralsk if we can. And let's see if we can force some conscripts into our army. Now, a few cool things are happening. Number one, we are actually besieging the city of Kazan, which is really great. If we can take that before October, then we may be able to steal the gold train from Kazan. One thing that's happening, though, is that the Chechik division over here, I feel they're getting a bit overextended, and I'd like to bring them back to Serzan, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm actually going to use the rail to try to get them there a little faster. I'm going to bring my first partisans and basically try to bring them back to Orenburg. Same with these partisans. We're going to put them in Orenburg, and we might even move an army down here if we have enough men. And indeed, we do have one nice army here, but they're actually besieging Ufa. So we're not going to really be able to move to Orenburg right now. We may just need to kind of hold out for a bit. I'm making sure we don't have any other armies on the move, and we do actually have one large army here, a Siberian army. I'm going to go ahead and merge. Can I merge? Wait a minute. Why not? Yep. So there we go. We're just getting some officers. And with this Siberian army, we definitely need to do the right thing. So I want to look around here. We could go to Yekaterinburg. This is where we tried to fight before. Merge with this unit. Now, of course, one unit is already going into Yekaterinburg right now. This is going to be a rough fight. So I'm thinking he should actually stay put and wait for reinforcements if they can get there in time. If they can't get there in a turn, then I will not do it. Let's see. Taking the Trans-Siberian Railway, and we can get there in 13 days. Yes, I think we're definitely going to go ahead and take the risk. We're also going to boost up our defenses here in Votkinsk, and we may even eventually move to Perm. Who knows what's going to happen. Let's take a look. Anything else we have here? I think so far we've done a pretty good job at selecting our movements. Of course, we don't control the white armies on the left, so we don't even need to worry about that. I would like to send these Cossacks across the river if I could, and I'd like to have these guys also ready for combat. So let's go ahead and do that, and hopefully we'll win. Let's end the turn, guys. Ready for some combat. It's going to be interesting to see how this goes. I mean, these guys are desperate to kill. Rise up against the Red Oppression men. Saratov, since it's over a waterway and attacked, so I figure let's go ahead, let's attack and see how it goes, and hopefully we can also besiege Kazan this turn and actually take it once and for all. So here we go, guys. The turn is nearly starting. They fight both of us, and we definitely are going to have to deal with them eventually. Hopefully not now, though. Alright, some Ukrainian anarchists. The last thing we need is for the Reds. So the red factions, I mean, the white's going to make us a bit stronger, but we're not going to have nearly as much control over our destiny. And as you can see, I was already worried about Saratov. All we can hope is that we can at least kill a bunch of reds here, but it definitely looks like we're going to have to retreat. Come on, men. Fire those machine guns. Eastern White defeat, unfortunately, and we only killed 630 Reds. Let's see what they had here. Yes, some good generals here, Sabashov and Idimev over here, as well as Sievers, who's leading basically all of them. So we've retreated across the river. Unfortunately, our other army is moving in. Now, maybe they'll have better luck. I'm not sure. It's actually looking pretty even, despite the fact we don't have nearly as much men. And look at that. Wow. The Reds might just be very tired here. Sadly, an Eastern White defeat. We just didn't have enough men to break through, although our men certainly had a fighting spirit there. Okay, here we go. The Battle of Saransk. Remember, this is the area we were trying to escape from, and I had a feeling we were going to get hit, and that is definitely a Czech defeat. Although we were able to kill a lot of Red units, that is not good. I was very worried about that happening. And now the Reds have taken... Let's see, we were besieging Kazan, but achieved nothing. Achieved nothing in Ufa. Police agents sent to Uralsk are organizing a forced conscription mission. Agents at Samara are organizing a forced conscription mission. And political agents at Saransk are organizing a mission to reforms to increase the loyalty. Awesome. So I still want to get these guys the hell out of here. But as you can see, the Soviets have us pretty much cut off. And there's really no saving this area. We're in trouble, pretty simply. I do want to continue to besiege Kazan. We could come here and try to help this unit, but I'm not sure if I want to. I know that sounds awful, but I really am not sure if I want to. I'm going to try to escape once again. We'll actually try to avoid combat entirely with the passive posture. And over here, our Western White allies are not doing very well either. But what I'm really focused on is Yekaterinburg. Yekaterinburg is where the actual Tsar is being held. So if we could possibly get into Yekaterinburg and win, who knows what could happen. So I'm going to go ahead and move into Yekaterinburg. 6 days, that's good enough for me. And we've also got some Air Force units here. We might as well bring them in too, why not? As for this army, we're still, of course, besieging this area. This is going to take a while. Ufa. But while we're besieging, the enemy is basically just trying to retake certain points and attacking our armies that have overextended themselves a bit. So we're in a much better situation. As for Pokrovsk, I think we could probably get the hell out of here and move back to Uralsk, where at least we can maybe be reinforced a bit. So I'm actually going to get to Uralsk in 3 days. In fact, I might go all the way to Orenburg and take the rails. 31 days? That seems a bit much. Fair enough. Better than us getting totally annihilated. Let's make sure there are no other Reds around here. Okay, we definitely need to hold Samara, and I will try to get some reinforcements as well. We can get a few, not bad. Really wish that our British allies would actually send men, but I don't think they ever do. They're just essentially sending us basically supplies, that sort of thing. The Western Whites, we don't really care about them. Komuch, of course, we care about Komuch, but I'm not sure we can reinforce much of his at all. Let's go ahead, get some mountain men here. And we're going to go ahead and also take a look here at home politics. Unite the white factions. We already tried to do this once. It didn't work. We could raise more money. Not sure if that's the right thing to do. Let's look just at the strategic map. Interesting. Alright, so a lot of Reds over here. This is our battles with the Reds, essentially. And they do hold the center here, or they still hold Ufa. If we could take Ufa, obviously, and take Kazan up here, we would have a lot of control, obviously. So let's go ahead. We're going to end our turn. I think we've done everything we can. We do still have a nice grouping here of men, though. I almost feel like sending these rebels into battle, but I don't think that would be the greatest idea. We'll wait for the Molchanov Brigade, and he should be able to take these guys into battle against the people of Perm. Let's end the turn and see what happens. Massive attack this turn, although we are in a defensive posture, so who will at the end? I definitely want to go for Perm. I'm glad we got that many conscripts. Sometimes raising conscripts, and basically all of them were necessarily right-wing. A lot of the white factions were socialist factions. They weren't necessarily liked by the other whites, but they really just wanted to get rid of the Bolsheviks, essentially, and install a less totalitarian system, as it were. So this is pretty interesting stuff. But quite a lot of them were very anti-Semitic and very, very religious, so you never really know. So here we go. Let's hope we can take cash and be able to really read them the wages they deserve. Here we go once again in Saransk. The enemy's not letting us get away, even in our passive stance. And I think they truly seek to destroy this army. They're actually assaulting us. They're losing a lot of men in this assault, as you can see. 1506, but they still managed to defeat us here, and now they're actually bringing reinforcements. Here we go, Battle of Yekaterinburg. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is supposedly where the Tsar is being held. Let's take a look. Oh my goodness, imagine if we were able to save the Tsar. I don't even know if that's possible, but we did just win in Yekaterinburg. Which is awesome, and we also turned it into a white city, guys. We liberated Yekaterinburg from the vicious Soviets, and now, of course, Kazan. Oh my goodness, the Battle of Kazan, where the Tsar's gold train is. A lot of Reds here, but our Czechs are fighting with absolute determination. Sadly, it is a Czech defeat with heavy losses on both sides. And as you can see, the enemy brought a lot of different reinforcements. I'm hoping we can pull out of here, maybe get back to the city, Alright, once again, we've achieved nothing. I mean, it's really unfortunate. In terms of our, we did manage to, of course, take Yekaterinburg, which is awesome. But we didn't achieve anything in terms of taking the rest of the stuff that we were looking for. And I think the first thing I'm going to do is, first of all, we're still here in Perm. I'll send these partisans over to join this general. Who is the name of this general? Let's take a look. General Zhukov. Oh, obviously not the same General Zhukov. I don't think so, anyway. That would be pretty weird. I wonder if some of the white generals defected. They may have. And we're going to go ahead, and we're going straight for Perm, guys. 35 days. We want to go armed, if possible, but we'll go however we can. And as for this army, I could also attack Perm, but I think I want to actually come to the assistance of my brothers here in Kazan. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to go ahead and take Molchanov's column, and hopefully we can get here fairly quickly. 73 days, oh my goodness. You know what? We may be better off taking Perm, as a matter of fact. Let's take a look. No, that's very strange. Let's try again. 18 days. It's more realistic, guys, and sadly, I think it's what we're going to have to do. We may have to leave our boys here, our Czech Legion, on their own until we can provide some adequate reinforcements. And right now, we don't really have many. Let's go ahead and try to reunite these units in Orenburg, and we'll slowly start uniting troops, but our Czech Legion's in trouble. They've put a really great fight up, but I don't know how they're going to do. We still have to be really happy, though. We did take back Yekaterinburg, and let's actually see here. They're very supportive of the Reds. As you can see, 69% support. So we might need to do some political action here in Yekaterinburg just to be absolutely safe. I believe this is, what's the name of this region? Is this the Tura region? Let's take a look. Might have to do some nasty stuff here. No. I guess these may just be rivers. Damn it, I know there's a button to discover what region it is. I've got to find out. Area of Perm. Aha. Okay, so we need to do something in Perm if we can find it. Orenburg, there it is, area of Perm. Can we do anything at all? No, it looks like we can't. So maybe we need to control it a little bit longer. As for Orenburg, I definitely want to get rid of some enemies here. And make sure that our eastern areas are very loyal to us. Anyway, guys, I hope you're enjoying this series. It's quite complex to put together, and definitely a tough game, but a very fun one. And I think so far we're having an interesting game for sure. The liberation of Yekaterinburg is going to help us big time, but of course we still have a lot of other victory points that we need to take. Thank you for watching, guys. Take care. And if you'd like to provide any actual information on the Whites, for instance, some historical data, I'd really appreciate it. I'd actually love to hear some info. So thank you so much, guys. And before I do anything, let me go ahead and charge maybe north. No, let's go ahead and charge to the west, or maybe just stay in Yekaterinburg for now. In fact, I think we're probably just going to stay here for now, and you guys can decide what to do with that army. Maybe we'll even split it. Thanks so much, guys. Take care. Have a great, great day.